this is the only challenge that I think we're still trying to overcome on a day-to-day basis, because as you grow older, your muscles get stiffer, and the more you have to exercise.
That's right. And line dance is actually even more complicated than just within the lion itself. I mean, when we watch a performance, it has to do with the whole, the drums, the cymbals,
Yes.
and there's this whole choreography that is involved in the performance. Now, explain to us a little bit about the whole relationship between the performance as well as the band and the choreography involved.
Okay, let's just say that every performance is just like a live band. When you go to a club, you know, you got the drummer and the guitarist, the bassist, and the singer. In this case, the lion becomes the singer. He performs, and then you have the drummer, which is they will have to work in sync, right? So when it comes to music, you have your 4 beat in 1 bar and stuff like that. For lion drumming, it's about the same. So whatever we do, as long as the lion moves, there's a particular drumming effect. There's a particular drum, there's a certain way the cymbals will be played. So we got to work together. Every part, every member plays a very important role, or the show will fall apart. I think you can hear some of this music in the background right now.
Yeah. Well, that's right. I mean, the percussion itself, you can hear there's the ups and the downs.
Yes.
And the highs and the lows. I mean, the cues that you will be getting is very different from, say, musical melodic cues, because then it maybe has chorus and verses.
Correct.
With percussion, it's a bit more blurred, isn't it?
Okay, this is how it works. It's now, if you listen to the line dance drumming, if the drumming is faster, when you start to strum, that's where we move faster. When we go slower, the drumming goes slower. The drumming, the beats basically depicts the mood of the lion.
Ah, okay.
But who follows who? What if you are
The drum
starting-
follows us.
So you guys are the
Follows us.
leaders.
We are the lead.
The drummers just have to follow along.
Yeah. But sometimes when we take too long, he will try and cut us short.
So who is more powerful, the lion or the drummer?
In certain sense, the lion is always more powerful. But if we do want to play punk, then the drum will take over.
Now, there are 3 different styles. You were telling us during our news break. There's the Fo San, and there's a He San, and there's a Fo He San.
Fo He San.
Fo He San. So tell us about these 3 different types of styles.
Alright, when you talk about Fo San, is more to, you know, the shape of the appearance of the lion. Okay, and also same as the He San, each has their individual type of, you know, more common type of look. So in what we have here is, ours is known as Fo He San. That means, in other words, we actually take some of the special appearance from the Fo San and some of the appearance from the He San. We are actually gelling together.
But we're not copycats. No.
Definitely.
It's fusion.
Yes, correct. It's just like, you know, like what we are always saying, people are asking, how does it gel in? Okay, in fact, if you know those Huang Fei Hong show, you know, you see the lion, that is exactly you know what we are actually using.
Right, and that's why they call it Hong Kong style, because
Correct.
this is
Yes.
the style that's performed widely in Hong Kong.
You're right.
Correct.
Ah, okay.
Well, Fo, as we understand, has to do with Fo as in Buddha, and He, it has to do with a pelican.
Yes.
So it's combining 2 of these, and are there distinctions within these 2 sorts of styles?
Okay, it's let me just I think the Mr. Tay, which is the most senior person here, he will be able to correct me if I'm wrong. The He San, there's a horn on top. It's actually sharp. Okay, the Fo San, the horn on top has a little circle over it. If you were to take a picture of a lion later, you can see the difference. The He San lion, the eyes are tilted on sideways. The Fo San lions, the eyes are tilted forward. Okay, but the significance in the Fo He San is we have our eyes are tilted sideways, our horns is sharp, but it has a circle anyway, and on top of that, in the forehead, we have a lot of colored balls. That is the distinct a characteristic of a Fo He San. Our forehead is really big, just like after falling on the floor with a very big thumb.
Very cool.
Yeah, very
The
cool
Baluku
way.
lion.
The Baluku lion, yeah, with a lot of small little balukus around.
Okay, that really makes that very distinct. The costumes, where are they made? Are they made in Singapore, and what are they made of? I hear it's about 10 kilograms in total, right? The weight of
Yes.
the head and the body.
Right.
Well, for our lions, we are mainly imported from Hong Kong. And the material itself, for the head itself, is made of canes and paper. The body itself mainly is made of silk cloth. And it's not so hot and not so heavy, put in a way.
Okay.
So, ventilation-wise inside there, still okay. We don't suffocate ourselves inside there.
Now these are the thinner, flappier ones, but I've also seen those furry ones that kind of look like
The winter lion.
yeah, the winter lions. That's a different, whole
Oh.
different.
You're referring this one is the northern lion. Northern lion normally they do only performance. They don't do the plucking of greens, and you will see that they are more like the dog style. They're playing happily, jumping up and down, playing balls. All this mainly for them is that it's for performance only, and that one is heavy, much heavier. I presume is about the body itself is about nearly about 20 kilograms.
Wow.
Because of the fur. Because of the fur itself. Because all the fur we are using and they are using is all the artificial fur we put away.
Right.
That is really very heavy. I mean, after a performance, do y'all, are y'all perspiring like crazy under the costume, under?
Okay. should we say this on national radio?
It's okay because we don't get to see you really very wet and all that.
Okay. We don't only perspire after a few performances. We kind of smell.
All right.
It can be kind of bad.
Okay. Well. Okay. All right.
Next
We'll
question,
move
please.
on. We'll move on. Talking about- I was just trying to imagine how badly they smell, but that's for another day then. In the living room today, we're chatting with Lawrence Wong and Kelvin Wong. Together, they form a lion, as well as the secretary of the Zhou Guan Sports Centre and Line Dance Troupe, Mr. Tay Kek Heng. If you'd like to visit them online and yes, check out some of the pictures that they've uploaded onto their gallery. It's at www.zhouguanhl.com. This is the living room where we're chatting with them to find out more about what really goes on behind the scenes, especially in line dance performances.
Right, and how alive is the line dance community here? And are there still many people actually joining such activities?
All right. In fact, we most of the time now schools are encouraging this stuff activity. It no more like long old days. Parents are more worried on injuries or what. But there's no such thing right now. I think seldom happen now because I think there's what so-called CCA, ECA in the school. And they also have martial arts, line dance. So mainly we are also getting students, from all sorts of.
In fact, just to touch on that, I think the Singapore National Wushu Federation is doing a very good job by spreading this culture not only to fellow Chinese, but also to people of different races. Give an example. I was in an international school, and I saw a bunch of Caucasians and two African American, I think, performing the lion dance.
Wow.
I was just what? Literally, and they did a very good job. So I believe on this is on a personal note. I believe it is growing, and there are more and more youth involved these days. I was expecting more middle-aged people like us, like the three of us, not the both of you. But these days there are more and more younger people. So I believe the numbers are growing.
Oh, that's great.
Looking very healthy there. Well, if you want to find out more about the dance troupe and also how you can be part of the Zhou Guan dance troupe, you can visit their website again, www.zhouguanhl.com. And so we have more people who are not even Chinese, ethnically Chinese,
Yes.
being part of the troupe. What about females as well?
Female. We did this our troupe, as far as I know. We had an all-girl troupe before. It was years ago when our late chief instructor was around. But through the years, they become mothers, and they thought, they should just take care of the wombs a little bit more and take care of the children. So there are more there are still girls involved, but not that much. We're hoping to get more female members to the troupe.
Okay. Well, as you've heard there, Lawrence putting out that recruitment message. So if you want to get in touch with them, you know how to by way of their website, and they also have an inquiries page for you to get onto. Thank you so much for telling us more about the lion dance and also what it really means to be a performer in such a troupe. Lawrence Wong, Calvin Wong, and Tay Kek Heng have been our guests on our program today. Thank you so much for sharing
Thank you
with
for
us.
having us.
And also a very happy Lunar New Year ahead.